Introducing National Streaming Sports, live and on-demand sports talk programming that you can access 24/7. For the premier sports talk experience, tap into our Roku channel. Start your mornings with Mac and Jack covering all the weekend sports action. Then pour a cup and enjoy all the sports you can drink on the Coffee and Sports podcast. At midday, talk sports from east to west on the Coast to Coast podcast. Followed at night by some hot girl talk with Prim and Proper Sports featuring Sonia Pearson. Talk boxing on the Gloved Fist. Yankee fans tune in for Start Spreading the News. And there's more on the College Sports Huddle and Sports Scope with Robert Butler. There are 20 podcasts in all and 70 weekly shows giving us a 3.4-star viewer rating. To find us on Roku TV, search for National Streaming Sports on the Roku search bar. Click on the logo and you're in. National Streaming Sports, live and on-demand sports talk for America.
Oh, by myself. How's it going, guys?
Hi.
What's going on?
We're live.
Smooth start.
Yeah,
Buffering.
that's okay.
It's good to see you guys. We're live anyway, so
Yeah,
funny. Say something funny.
no pressure.
Something funny.
Man.
I know.
So-
Well, I mean,
Big
let's just start with the elephant in the room. I mean, we're talking about the NFL draft is tomorrow, so
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
Raiders
big
are
deal.
not going to get Giante unless they trade up with the Patriots, maybe. Who knows? So,
you think the Patriots are going to get Jonte?
no, I think that the Raiders are going to have to trade with the Patriots if they want Giante because who moved up today? The Bears moved up.
Oh, the Bears moved up.
So they
Bears
did
moved up
officially.
5. I think it's official.
Oh, wow. When did that happen?
Let me check again here. Last
Yeah, I
night,
heard speculation, but I didn't see it actually announced.
maybe I
No,
jumped-
Sonya, we can't hear you. You're not on the screen.
Yeah, we never saw you either. You were just a buffering wheel where your icon would have been.
That's funny. The Athletic was reporting that is done earlier. They're getting terrible. Since the Times bought them out, they're terrible.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, maybe it's not official.
Yeah,
That would be some breaking news. Sorry.
no, that would be huge. Yeah, you know, you're right though. The Athletic is it leaves something to be desired.
Can you guys hear me now?
You see,
Yes, hey.
hello,
Welcome in.
I was on earlier and I kept saying hello and I saw all of you guys, but nobody said anything to me.
you were just buffering. There was nothing there but a circle.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I say when I'm late too. I was like, no, I was here the whole time.
I really was. And I don't know. But anyway, good evening, everybody. And good evening, gentlemen. Thank y'all for getting us started on time. So sorry. Download the Roku app if you haven't already done so. So that you two can be in the know when we are 24/7 live sports. We are live 24/7 sports without the cost of cable. All right, you guys, I
For
guess,
some.
are already talking about Shador, huh?
So we
No.
haven't yet, but you saw the thing I posted, right?
No, not yet. So I'm literally just trying to get myself together here, guys. I sent you guys a template of discussions for tonight, but
Yep.
I will go ahead and put the Shador thing up
Yeah, there
there.
we go.
Oh,
So this is per an assistant coach.
I
to
did see that
Tom
yesterday.
Pelissero.
Oh, I love this.
This guy buries him.
ooh.
You know, and the thing about it is, you know, there's obvious knocks against him, right? Like he doesn't play well within a system. He doesn't have the strongest arm ever. But this guy does take some kind of personal attacks at him,
Oh my gosh.
right? And so for it to be a day before, and of course it's anonymous, naturally, right?
They've all
And
been
some of
anonymous.
these are so direct. It almost seems like, if anything, Shador might know who it is. But do you think that this is just kind of a tasteless shove out there, or do you think there's gamesmanship here where they're trying to get Shador to drop to him?
Both. I think it's both things.
Yeah.
I And then both things
This is-
can be true.
This is deliberate, and this is
Yeah,
deliberate
for
and
sure.
targeted.
I came on here tonight ready to apologize and to basically say, hey, I've been way too tough on Shador. I heard an interview that he did, and I was like, he's just a kid, he can't help. Like, I literally was like, hey, I love you, Shador. I'm sorry if you ever see anything I've said negative. I hope you do well. I really hope everybody does well anyway. But I did get on that whole thing that we just saw. But now I'm just like, no, I want him to go to the team that his heart desires. I want him to win. I mean, he looks just like his dad when he smiles. I don't want it to be like how I've been this whole season. Like, you know what? They're not all that, da, 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 da. And they're not, but it's the night before the draft. And it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know, not me personally, but I know some people that had cold feet the day before they got married, and then all of a sudden they start thinking about all the bad stuff that this person's done while they've dated. And for some people, it's a red flag, and they do go ahead and, cancel their wedding. But for some people, they're just like, well, that's okay. Everybody has their bad moments, and they go ahead through with the wedding. So I hope that's one of those situations that he doesn't get canceled, you guys.
He'll get drafted. He's not. Again, I don't disagree with James. I think both things are true. I think there's a smear campaign being run against the Sanders, if you will, and not just Shador.
Sure.
But I also don't think he's good enough to be a top 10, even top 15 pick in this draft.
Oh,
So
not
things
top
can be true.
15?
No, I don't think so. I don't. Again, I would not be risking my franchise's future on Shador Sanders in this. I'd take him somewhere, not in the first round.
Well, if this was a year ago, he wouldn't be a first rounder at all.
Exactly.
Right.
And neither would Cam Ward, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, neither one of those guys would be in the first round.
So I think, again, as I said, both things are true. There's a smear campaign, and he's also not top level NFL quarterback talent.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to disagree with that.
That's my opinion. Again, everybody's got one.
No,
right?
for sure,
No,
absolutely.
that's why I brought
that's
this,
your
because I
opinion.
just had popcorn ready.
Hey, I thought Will Levis was going to be a Pro Bowler by now. So what do I know?
Right? That talk about, I mean, go ahead, Jay Train, though. You were speaking.
I mean, I just think that look, Shador Sanders, he played with Colorado, he played with Jackson State. He's shown what he could do. I mean, with talent and without talent. I just think that he in this draft specifically, I can't speak on last year's draft, but I can speak on this one. I think he's deserving of being within the top 10. I think he's deserving of being a top 10 pick. Now, mind you, I get where Keith is coming from regarding any quarterback, regarding the draft and the past history of drafts. I have to take that into consideration, and I defer to you in that regard. But what teams will go for and what they need are two different things. And I think somebody's going to go for him specifically. I think in the top 10. I don't think he's going to fall out of the top 10 tomorrow night. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't, but I really think he's going to get drafted in the top 10.
Yeah, and my remarks really, I'm not besmirching his college career. He's a fine college quarterback. Tim Tebow is one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time, but was not an NFL player. So again, I'm not both. They're two hugely separate things in my mind.
Well, and it's funny because now when you hear a bunch of these things coming out, and of course, ill-timed because it's right before the draft, and obviously that's on purpose.
Or well.
But, there's scenarios where they're like, he fades into the 20s.
Oh, Lord.
And, based on need, there's possibilities that could happen. Get that Aaron Rodgers action. But I'm with you, though. I think he does ultimately go somewhere in the top 10.
His daddy is probably having a fit right now. He probably thinks this is deliberate. I mean, the night before the draft, 48 hours before the draft.
I mean, that quote was deliberate.
Absolutely, that was deliberate. And I will point out, I've said he's going number 21 for about a month now. So this isn't, I'm not changing my tune.
It's a strong possibility that he could. I mean, but his processing and his accuracy is going to make him fit. And you know what? If he does fall in the 20s, I think he might fall into a situation where he'll be an ideal quarterback for a team. So, I mean, again, with that processing, and he doesn't have the strongest arm, we know that, but he does when he's got protection. He cuts up a defense like it's nobody's business, and he can improvise as well. He's like, I heard what's the guy's name? Pratt. He analyzes college players. Anyway, this guy said he's a surgeon, and if he's improvising, he's a magician. And I love everything he said about that because that is exactly right.
He's
Circumstance.
a magician, Shador.
Literally, or you
Well,
mean?
I'm not saying he's not David Blaine or
Oh, I
anybody.
thought he was
Just
pulling
saying-
that from his head.
Yeah, no, it makes
Yeah.
total sense. Abracadabra, I'm sacked.
Right. Abracadabra, we got to win. Oh my gosh.
You know, just to go back to that comment again, and it might be just misinformation. It could be gamesmanship, and Bo, whoever said that when Bo put it up, could be absolutely right because just take the Giants for instance. If the Giants take him third, they will get killed in New York. They're going to get hammered. But if somehow he fell to them in the second round, or they could trade back into the late first round and get him, well, that's a different story altogether for Giants and Giant fans. So it wouldn't be shocking
What
to
up,
see
though?
just pull that type of shenanigan for sure.
Well, and
Shenanigans.
it's not like it's unheard of, right? I mean, you see stuff like this in every draft. And, you know, if you're further back, and of course, you know, as a Seahawk fan, we seem to always be drafting somewhere between 18 and 23. Like that's just where we live. So, you know, some gamesmanship to maybe get your guy to fall to you does make some sense.
Let's welcome in Bistrilla. What up, Doe?
Hey,
What's going on, guys? Scams.
Hi, and hello to Mickey
going
and Yoli. Everyone's doing well. Thank you both for joining in. Thank you, all of the viewers who are streaming with us right now.
I'm in the
Uh,
private
it's
chat.
Draft Eve. I mean, I almost feel a little bit like I'm about to open a gift, but sometimes gifts are returnable.
Is
So I
that
don't
Mickey
know.
Delaney? Where's Mickey Delaney? He used to follow my show all the time. He's up in Washington, the state of Washington. He disappeared for like 2 years. I haven't seen. I'm so glad to see he's okay.
Hi, Mickey. Welcome back.
Big Washington State fan, Mickey is.
Okay. See, so thanks for joining us.
Please
and
come
make
back to
sure you
Keith's
guys-
show. It's great.
Oh, well, it's okay. I just thought he's okay.
Yeah, make sure you guys support Keith also. I put up his star information. That's how he puts up good content. Keith is retiring later this year, so he's going to be solely
Not from
streaming.
podcasting. Not from podcasting.
Not from podcasting, from his regular job.
The
So that's what I'm
tears
saying.
were ready to farm.
He's going to be solely streaming, so we need to
Okay,
make sure.
sir, sir.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it, Keith. Keith is not old enough to retire. Let's be clear, guys. He's just
I am
young.
well past retirement age.
Oh, well, you
what are you
look
talking
great,
about?
Keith.
Retirement isn't an age; it's a financial position.
Well,
It
that's
is.
That's a good point. That's a good
That's a
point.
really good point. All right,
I
so
love
we're
that.
at Keith, and we got the Broncos have been coming up. Now they did really well with getting Bo Nix last season. He came out the gates trumping, I mean, like a real Bronco, and did really well as the QB there. However, there's considerable discussion about what the Broncos will do in the draft. Many analysts are thinking that they're going to target a running back early to compliment Nix, and he had that promising rookie season, and it's only right that they would reward him. What are you guys' thoughts on them getting a running back in the draft?
A lot of talk about them moving up. If possibly as high as to get Giante. I talked to these guys when we were waiting on you, Sonia, about I had seen a rumor earlier that the Bears had actually made a move to number 5, which they have not done.
Oh,
They haven't done that yet.
I was
But
about to say, did I
trying to
miss that?
No, they're trying to get there. The Broncos are trying to move up. You're going to have to move up ahead of the Raiders to get Giante, but Hampton's going to be there for these guys, and probably you don't have to go up as far. You maybe 15 or 16 or maybe even in the 20s. Hampton might go. And Hampton, there's a lot of guys out there who think Hampton is on par with Giante. As far as backs coming out of this draft. And it's been a while since I can remember we had 2 running backs get drafted in the first round. So,
I mean, it's so many running backs in this draft, though, guys.
Yeah. but
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
going
that's
to
the
go
thing. They
later.
don't need to overdraft somebody.
No.
They can hang back because there are quite a few good backs in this. They can hang out and wait for one at their position. There's no reason to give up extra draft capital to go get somebody.
Believe it or not, I watch Maurice Jones-Drew, top 5 running backs on Agent 89 with Steve Smith. And he has Hampton at number 5 out of his top 5. I was like, wow, really? And he just thinks that in and out of his breaks, he takes a long time to get when he hits top speed and he has to cut. He takes a long time to cut, and that's one of the reasons he gigged him and brought him down to the 5th running back with 4 other guys ahead of him.
He's got 4 guys ahead. You're saying 5th among running backs.
Among running backs, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I was really stunned at that, but I really think Omarion Hampton, in my opinion, but again, I wasn't a running back in the league like Maurice Jones-Drew to really critique running backs, but just from my optics and my view, I just think that he's, like you said, 1A, 1B to Genty, and I think he possibly could. I mean, and if somebody's really desperate, could jump him in the top 10. But I don't.
I kind of want to see some more tape now.
I
kind of want to see how he breaks in front of contact.
I saw it. I actually saw it. He does kind of slow down a little bit, and it takes him a little because they showed simultaneously some film while he was discussing and breaking him down.
Is he round off the cut or something?
Exactly. He rounds up. There's no direct cut. I've seen, but that's in some takes. I've seen some tape where he can slash and juke a guy out of his cleats. And so, I think it's just really a matter of what else can he do? I mean, like the top blocking running back is Tre'Davion Henderson out of Ohio State. And I agree with him. That guy's 5'8", but he's knocking everybody on their back, linebackers and all. And so, he had him at number 2.
See, I'm looking forward to whoever goes and grabs Scatabo just because he runs.
He had him at 3. He had him at 3.
Yeah, he runs so angry. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, I see him at 3, mostly ahead of just behind Hampton and Giante, though. Probably second round, maybe even late second round pick.
Drilla, what are your thoughts?
Probably going to get picked there. Sorry.
I think that Denver's already shown it. They're trying to get a running back. They just sent with their starting running back to Dallas. So there's signs pointing to that. You never know. This is going to be a wacky draft.
It is.
I have to plug this in. I bet Strilla had the best conduct grades in school. You guys notice how he just always sits and waits, and you have to literally single him out to get a response.
How do you get a word out on these shows, though? You can't get a word out of these shows, man.
He doesn't raise his hand. He doesn't try to interrupt. I don't get a private text message. It's just, I'm here. He's got the Marshawn beast mode mentality. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I have a request. I have trouble saying Beastrilla for whatever reason. I don't know. I want to call him like 3. What's the name of your show? 3 testicles and what? I don't remember. What is it?
3 buns and 2.
Did I mix up the anatomy? I wasn't very good in school at that.
Different signs of a man that's retiring for sure.
No, I think you should stick to Beastrilla, Keith.
All right, I'll stick to
Beastrilla.
If you can't get Beastrilla, just be Detroit.
He just what up? No, he says he doesn't say when you listen to Keith say Beastrilla, he doesn't say Beastrilla. He'll say, yeah, I was listening to Beastrilla, and so
Beastrilla, that's what I'm doing. I'm like,
all in one word.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Listen, I have trouble with Smith and Jones some days, so.
Well, you definitely deserve a show if you have 3 testicles. You deserve more than
I won't be on that show.
You definitely need a show for that.
I will be on that show if that happens.
I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
This is where I roll it back in. All right, guys. So yeah, it is draft eve, and we are still talking about the draft. Of course, NBA news is there. It can wait. MLB news is there. It can wait. Tonight is the night that we're giving our last and final thoughts before it all goes down. Matter of fact, tomorrow night, Beastrilla, myself, and I think some of you all, if not all of you guys, will be joining us tomorrow night live. We'll start fun off around 7:30. We will be covering the entire first round. Feel free to join us if you're not already doing your own thing, Bo. I know you're on a different time zone, but you're still going to be there. I'll put the link out. Also, if you're in the Atlanta area, they're doing a NFL draft watch. And I'll have that information in the link on this stream once it's done. And Jim, the hockey guy, as Strilla calls him, Jim will be joining me at 9 p.m. tonight to catch us up on all the NHL news.
Jim Beringer. Jim
Yes.
Beringer? Awesome.
Yes, Jim Beringer. And make sure you guys record it because he talks extremely fast. You have to make sure that you go back and like rewatch. And I'm going to try to get the captions on for y'all tonight. I'm going to try to get them going.
He's a Jersey guy. He talks fast.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you don't have, from the South, we're just like, yeah, so what they're going to do is they're going to draw this person and draw them out, and y'all are already at the end. All right, so the NFL draft, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Tennessee Titans have put a statement out that they're going to keep first place no matter what. So that's a shock. I mean, I don't know. Are they actually going to take a quarterback? You guys still think that? You're holding on to that?
Cam Ward's it. Yeah, it's done deal now.
Yeah, well, especially because, I mean, obviously Levis isn't the answer.
Yeah, we know that.
I don't think he gave us a chance, to tell you the truth.
He didn't.
But anyway, second of all, I don't think they're going after Cam Ward. Sorry, just not me.
I mean, they got a new coach. So how do you blame Will Levis for the failures that team has done? I mean, they got rid of what's his name?
Vrabel.
Yeah,
he's at New England now.
AKA Fred Flintstone. They got rid of him. They got rid of. I mean, he looks just like Fred.
I think you're thinking of McCarthy, actually, but
who? He looks like who?
Mike McCarthy looks like Fred Flintstone, not Mike Vrabel. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna text you guys a picture later. You're gonna be like, oh, I see it. You can't unsee it once you see it. It's
Well, if you put him in Fred Flintstone's, shirt and tie, then I'm probably gonna see it.
So we saw them go. Then, of course, they sent King Henry to the Ravens. That was a big void right there. So I'm kind of like Strilla. How can you blame Levis when his weapons and his coach was gone? I mean, I consistently say, if you see a team that is consistently changing quarterbacks or coaches, they're never going to get in a winning position.
No, I agreed. Like, I didn't get why they fired Vrabel to begin with. If anybody, the GM should have been fired because they didn't give him a roster. Like, that team played as hard as they could play. They just didn't have anybody on it. So I thought it was a weird firing anyway, especially in a year where somehow Eberflus and Dennis Allen kept their jobs.
Freaking Eberflus. Sounds like a bad cold.
Listen, I had to defend Vrabel's hiring to Patriot fans, believe it or not, when he got hired. And they're like, what do you ever do in Tennessee? They were like 4-28 the 2 years before he got there, and he took them to the playoffs.
Really? You had to defend that to the New England fans? They love that guy. What are you talking
Absolutely.
about?
These guys in these groups are crazy. I'm telling you, they're nuts.
If you're talking Facebook groups, those are some of the most toxic places for fan bases ever.
They're unbelievable. Yes, shocking, right? I was shocked I had to do this. I'm like, what are you talking about? Please go join another fan group. Because
I feel like the people that are in the Facebook groups don't even like football.
No, they're bullies.
Let alone their own team. I don't think they like the sport.
Yeah.
They're cyber bullies. They don't have to be accountable for their actions. So they just sit back with these little fake profiles.
Yeah, true.
Type away. It's not even their real picture.
Good point.
Or you got the fans that hate the other team so much that they got to be in that fan base so they can talk about the other teams.
That's possible too.
Oh God.
Yeah, there is always that, right? Where you have somebody that's like a Niners fan joining a Seahawk group so they can sit there and, jack their jaw, which, like, for me, I welcome that, right? Because I will talk with with everybody. I think it's hilarious, but most of the time it's nonsense. So it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's real stupid. We have some people, and they probably are listening right now. And let me just go ahead and put the IDC disclaimer out there. I don't care. They follow the Pantherettes page, and every time there is let me just put it like this. When Washington won and went to the Super Bowl, I put on the Pantherettes page, congratulations to the NFC champions, the Commanders. That's how you can find out who's really on the page. 3,000 comments, likes, and over 1,200 shares on just that page. Okay, we have 7,000 that follow it. I know these are not Panthers fans that are liking and sharing. Like, I know they're not. So that lets me know. And with the same thing, when we lost to Washington or to whoever else, that's when you see the trolls come out. Yeah, you guys suck. So I go back on there. I'm like, why are you on this page? Why are you here? Like, they have plenty of clubs. This is Facebook. There's numerous clubs that you could join. Do not be on here trolling because you will be blocked and removed.
I just like that Steve-O did catch me trolling him because I saw him in the comments because he's a Niners fan.
Yeah, nunners. I like to call them the nunners, but they've clearly got some, so they're not the nunners. Let me grab the comments here.
For
Sorry,
the whiners.
Broski Bear. Hello. Thank you to Steve-O. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot about the comments. I was so afraid to switch screens, to be honest with y'all, because of the technical glitches I was having earlier. All right, so Rochelle.
That's a good point. Thank you. That's a very good point. They are, guys, because they're, unfortunately, as Patriot fans, they don't know anything except winning, and they think these last 4 years are like a nuclear winter, for crying out loud.
You haven't seen the Lions fans. They think that this team is the greatest. They haven't been through all the losing.
I mean, it is the greatest Lions team.
It is, but they don't know that. They don't think about the old days because they're not aware of the old days. So
they don't have to look back that far. This is the first time they've had back-to-back double-digit winning seasons ever. When did they arrive? 38.
34.
Most of the comments that I see, people don't. Most of the comments that I see, it tells me that a lot of young people don't look past 10 years. Don't look.
Yeah,
they don't
no,
do any.
true.
They have no form of history whatsoever. No, they're not historians at all.
I mean, you can't get them to stay engaged with a video for more than 10 seconds. So I don't know why you'd think they'd look back further than that.
There you go. Broski put the comment up. Hello, Broski. Broski's a troll, actually. Hello, Philpy.
I disagree with Broski.
Dodge a lot. Listen, guys, we got to talk about this. Falcons should dodge a lot of what? A lot 9. The rain. No. Listen. So let's skate around the draft for just a little bit.
What is that?
I don't know.
Yes, you need to explain, by the way.
What?
No, not you, the comment. They need to explain. I don't know what they're
What's
talking
up, Robbie?
I don't even know either. So it looks like that Kirk Cousins' name is gaining traction here. There's 3 teams that may be interested in him. I mean, I heard last that the Falcons wanted somebody to cough up half of the money for him that they had paid.
Well, the last team I heard, interesting, the Vikings, the last team I heard, Minnesota.
Yep.
Going home?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 that I've heard was Minnesota, the Browns, and the Steelers.
Makes
and
sense.
the only one that has a good enough offensive line for Cousins to go back to would be the Vikings.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
No, God. I just can't see him going right back. He ain't been gone 2 years.
I mean,
He's
getting
paid for it. They basically are going to pay $20 million for him anyway because he's already got a guaranteed contract from Atlanta. So.
Oh,
Kirk's step cousins has really been treated bad in Atlanta.
Cousins.
I feel bad, y'all. I think I talked about it on one of my shows. I found out his in-laws live here. Like, he has family here in Atlanta. This was home for him. And, I mean, he hasn't been here a full 12 months yet. He's only been here this season. And Falcon fans are rough. It's like, if you're not winning for them, it's brutal. I remember when Matt Ryan was on a podcast, and I was trying to tell all my coworkers, oh, my God, guys, Matt is going to be on. They were like, who? I was like, your quarterback. Man, F him. I mean, everything. And this was after they lost the Super Bowl. I was like, wow. Like,
did they lose the Super Bowl? Oh, yeah.
What?
Troll. We got a troll on the show.
I had a little strange 28-3, but yeah.
Troll. I hope Kevin's not watching.
I hope he is because he's been MIA. By the way, Kevin, you're fired.
He better be watching, right?
Fired. You are officially just a member of the group.
Bring it, Kevin. Bring it. I'm ready tonight. I'm in the
Kevin
mood.
never comes. He's never available. If he's not working, he's somewhere claiming to be in a gym or courting. And I'm like, listen, we only require an hour out of your whole day. You're not that busy, sir. And I think it's because I told him he couldn't wear the do-rag on air anymore because we were trying to get some promotions. And so he hasn't been back since.
By the way, they should tell those Falcon fans, Matt Ryan's going to the Hall of Fame, whether they know it or not. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Matt Ryan,
yeah.
Most deservedly so.
he doesn't have a ring. It's the only thing lacking in his resume. Great player.
They should have never gotten rid of him.
He
And
played at
now-
Boston College. He played at Boston College when a friend of mine's son was playing offensive line there. He got drafted by the Bears eventually, played a couple of years, but we went to every home game for 2 straight years and some of the road games. And he was a fine quarterback then. I was shocked when he got picked 5th in the draft, actually. I think it was 5th.
Number 2 overall, I think.
What's up, Kenny? Kenny
I
said
knew he was
people
a good
hate
player.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's pretty
I
good.
have a friend from church that played right around the time Matt Bryan did too at Boston College.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's crazy that that it's what have you done for me lately mentality. That's all it is. And if you haven't done anything lately, then you're as Bistrilla says, you're 8 out. You're 2 8 cheeks out, basically. All right, the Jets.
Oh, that's what it is. Now I remember. Okay, thank you.
What? Oh,
Now
yeah.
it wasn't the 3, it's the 2.
Just
it's
be sure, Keith. Just
2
be
8
sure.
cheeks, just like what we have.
Oh, great. All right.
All right, let's
25,000 a cheek.
Yeah. All right, so we.
Yes.
Oh
Look
my
at you.
gosh. Let's
Look
talk
at you,
about
Jay
that.
Train.
Let's talk about that. Thank you, J Train. I was scurry on over to the NBA for the last half. But Keith,
Yes.
always the stream of consciousness. And Bo, you've been in the league around these groupies or what have you. I'm sure now you're a family man, but I'm just saying you've seen it. You've seen it with other people. You've seen it with other people. Let me
What
put it
does
out.
that do to you?
Put you on blast.
Wow.
The wife is tuned in for sure.
Right.
Let's hear
It's
it.
not Bo.
Right now.
Bo has just seen this type of behavior with some of his teammates, perhaps, or he's heard about it. He's been in the league, so he's heard about it. He's been in a professional setting where he's heard about it.
Good cleanup, Sonia. Good cleanup.
You're right.
Thank you. First of all, I am so disgusted that Shannon Sharp, who looks like Joe Camel from the Pack of Cigarettes, is out here once again in the news. First, we heard about him releasing this so-called audio. I don't believe it, y'all. I'm just not gonna believe it.
Oh no, that was Instagram Live. He didn't.
Right.
That wasn't him, though. That was his girl that did that.
Yeah.
With a
I
girl
don't
that
even
was
think.
with.
I'm sorry. I just think people do everything for clicks and likes. That wasn't even him then. Okay, let's just be clear. I don't believe it. There's too much AI stuff out there. He just set up a recording and played it. I'm sorry. Because did y'all see his face?
Did he look like Mr. Ed? I don't know. I'm assuming he did.
I didn't watch
In your
it. I don't
comment.
know. I'm just
No,
I really
from the
wasn't.
sound of it, the phone was like set
Yeah.
down or something. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
So
All
first he-
I heard was the story of him clapping cheeks. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's the
don't,
latest thing. So
25 a
first of
cheek.
all, sir, you need to be somewhere sitting down. You're doing this podcast. You're supposed to be getting $100 million. This is a podcast breaker. $100 million to be a freaking podcaster, y'all. We got to keep doing what we're doing so we can get at least a quarter of that. But I'm saying $100 million, which is going to be a podcaster record, for him to run Club Shay Shay to sit up there and drink cognac or Hennessy or Crown or Yak or whatever he's drinking.
No,
He has
cognac.
it there on the show, and
Hennessy.
he talks to people, and it's a good show. Well, now he's on the other side of the mic. Okay, he's the one
Mhm.
that's out there. Now this little girl that came out there, Monique told him. I heard the clip. Monique said, "You need to go get you a Cheryl Underwood or somebody that is close to 60 and sit down somewhere. You running in behind these young girls." I seen his advertisements on Instagram. He's advertising Ozempic for weight loss. Then he's on there talking about Cialis for to help him go on and on and on. Now you done got caught up with this young girl. Which one is it? And she wants half of this podcast.
Well, so the thing is where this doesn't have the credibility that this girl's probably hoping for is first off, she's a mattress actress, right? She's a OnlyFans person. And so, you're already paying for stuff anyway. And then
wait a minute. That almost went right over what you said.
Wait, I can say 3 testicles, but we can't say porn star. What's the deal here?
I love it. Thank you, Mona. That was such a clean way.
I gotta use Sorry, but I gotta take mattress action.
Yeah, that's rich. I love that one.
I love it.
Mattress
glad I
action.
can help out.
Well
But so then she goes and grabs the same lawyer that was going after other
Jay-Z.
exactly, other high profile guys. So the way that they're going about it, and then of course he comes out and puts their text messages on blast and all of that.
Rough. Those are rough.
Like nothing is going to come of this, right? Like this is going to get squashed. But at the same time, doesn't it bring a different feel to him calling himself Unc? Because she's 19 and he's like 54 or 56.
He older than that. I think he's like 59.
Well, didn't his lawyer
He's
release
55, 56. Yeah.
Yeah, he's around
That's
my
what I'm
age.
saying.
Either way, it's still it's weird.
It's still weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, sup, Unc?
Oh my God. Hi,
Ain't nothing
Kenny.
wrong with the groupie.
These comments are going off the chain. Let me grab these real quick. Kenny said, but they love to watch them. Kenny 49 says, sure do, Candy. Wow. Okay, so I'm going on. RM Drizzle said, ain't nothing wrong with a
The
groupie.
groupies.
Says, smells like another woman trying to set up this man.
Mhm.
Me Too movement is out of control. It really is. And
Yep.
I'm saying it as a woman. Shannon Sharp should be the Denver Broncos' new logo.
Yeah, but
He
only
was.
a
He wore the horse helmet on his head
Oh, he
once
didn't need the
on
helmet.
the
Yeah, I
sideline.
remember that. Yeah.
Kenny said they're giving podcasters $25K to push gambling apps. All right, I might have to pray about it and see if the Lord can
Right.
help me go ahead and decide because I need
trying to attract fans somehow.
25K a clap.
I mean,
Inflation is pretty bad if it's 25,000 a cheek. I mean, so
somebody said, "Wow, mattress actress." I missed that comment.
Mattress actress is on.
hey, you know what? The way things are going up, I'm thinking about taking pictures of my feet. Like I don't know.
Hey,
God,
dude.
guys, this is what
You
I'm
know,
talking about. We had
I
some-
knew I
there's a-
put the wrong link tonight.
There's a group for that. I'm telling you.
That's right. My OnlyFans podcast would be the Dad Bod Pod. Let's go.
Oh, everybody would be on there. Everybody.
Miss Linda Mac, we're sorry.
Oh,
The show has taken a
Mac,
totally
listen,
different turn.
Yeah,
He's got to hurry and get back. Clearly, we are running out.
this show's gonna be X-rated before he gets back. That's the problem.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thanks. We got some people on here to tell them too. They're probably screenshotting everything and texting them as we speak. Robert, what's up? I know you were
Haters.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah. So I don't think there's any traction to it either, and I just feel like the writing's on the wall. The Me Too movement is out of control. This man's coming into all this money, but he needs to take some accountability and get somebody your own age.
Didn't his lawyer just release a bunch of text messages from her asking him to do things to her?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what I'm saying.
No,
So,
he
where's the
put
case?
that out yesterday.
Where's the case?
Yeah, I was watching a bunch of mattress queens.
It was horrible. Those text messages,
Audio box or something. You know?
they were vicious, especially the reference to gravy. I just couldn't.
I'm gonna Google that, see what I get when I put that in.
Be careful, sir.
No,
Google is wide open, pun intended.
Bo, Kitty
mean,
49ers has a question for you. He said, should Seattle take Emeka, Buka, or Donovan Jackson with the first pick? He's trying to get us back on track. Thank you,
nice
Kenny.
job, Kenny.
Good job, Kenny.
I mean, all things being equal, this show should probably air at like 10 p.m.
Yeah, the replay will be, guys.
2 a.m.
The replay will re-air at 11 p.m. You
Too
guys
late.
Make sure you watch your delight, rewind, and replay.
Too late for that.
And Kenny,
now.
Kenny,
Heavily
to answer your
limited.
question, there's actually a real chance that they move back off of 18 because one of the things they really need is interior offensive line and a edge rusher. They're not going to get either one of the top edge rushers where they're at. They're not going to move forward. So if they were to drop back a little bit, they could still fill that interior offensive line and edge with a quality guy. I wouldn't mind either one of those picks that you're talking about, though, because they do have 5 of their 10 picks in the top 100. So, it is a possibility, but I mean, man, they really need interior offensive line.
Yeah, Donovan Jackson and Tyler Booker probably will fall in the late first round or early second.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and I mean, when you're talking offense and defensive line, you can legitimately pick somebody from, 15-ish through the end of the second round and not have a huge drop off in this particular draft. So there's no reason to reach for a guy. Now, if you need one of the 3 top receivers, or you need one of the, the top 2 running backs or something like that, you may make a little bit of a reach. But if you're talking about offense and defensive line, there's no reason to reach for a guy.
It's both. I talked about this last week. I had somebody on Sunday's show send me an article again, and Tyler Slow, however we say his name, from Louisville, keeps coming up for Seattle around the second round. Now, I'm surprised they'll do that with Darnold in hand, but to me, it's getting more traction.
I saw that. I don't know, guys. I mean, I think some of these teams are going to make us wait to the very last minute. I'm sorry.
I don't even know why anything surprises any of you gentlemen, because it's like it's draft time and everything goes. So, that's why I just sit there. It's like the whole big JMO trade thing that they're having with Detroit. He unfollowed the Lions. No, he didn't. I mean, the lies that are spread by publications that are known are hilarious here. It's like, dude, what's going on?
Well, it's because they don't actually check facts anymore. Like I watched something.
I don't expect you to.
It was by I forget if it was put out by Fox or CBS. It's one of the two. New York. They retweeted something that was from a troll account. Like they're doing so little fact checking at this point that they were retweeting stuff from literally trolls, and I'm just like, come on. I think it was like, I think the page was like Adam Shelfer or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Not Adam Shatner.
No, because it was a spoof account, and so all they do is make just like spoof announcements, and they got one of the major networks to run with it for a minute, and it's just like, come on, guys, like do some fact checking, or in this case, look at the screen name.
7:30 tomorrow, Rochelle, and we will be right here live. Make sure you check us out. And Steve-O wants to know, is the Shannon Sharp thing a lie? He wants. It is
not. It is a real thing, and he actually, if you go and look at his Instagram,
he's apologizing.
It has a bunch of the text messages on there as a reel, and then he has a message in the subsequent post of him basically saying that he's going to fight this thing the whole way. So no, this is a very real situation.
I mean, can you imagine dating him? Well, not you guys, but like as a female, I'm talking to the female audience. Can you imagine dating him and all of a sudden this stuff's coming out and everybody's looking at you like he's Deshaun Watson's daddy? Like, I mean, how humiliating. I'm thinking about the humiliation part of it. We see this kind of thing all the time go on, and you're welcome, Rochelle. We see this thing go on all the time with different celebrities, not just, sports figures. We saw it last year with Michael Irvin. I mean, he just kind of, fell to the wayside. I mean, it wasn't to this degree, but he was in the lobby with somebody, and Mike's supposed to be married, and next thing I know, they kicking him off the Super Bowl, and I mean, Instagram,
he was doing worse while they were winning Super Bowls, so I don't know why they're looking to kick him off.
Right. That turned out to be a whole false thing anyway, and they kicked him off anyway. But
we don't see that he's bounced back from that. That's the thing.
He did. He was on pregame shows last year, I think, wasn't he?
He was
on some pregame, but I just didn't see him to the level that he was.
Wow.
And so for me, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of like, even if you're vindicated for something, and for those people who don't know, that's like being cleared, like totally innocent. it's always going to be somebody out there that just in the back of their mind, they're like, well, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm just never going to look at that person the same again. And that's what I'm saying. I just never saw him. Like, you could just tell, like it was just a different Mike when he returned. And they did not put him up on the desk where he was with the NFL coverage. They had him doing some other stuff.
But it's an unfortunate thing because, I mean, sometimes there's a real action of SA that happens to people out there, to real people. And you have some of these people out here, like this young lady. I mean, let's let due process happen. But with the evidence that's being put out already, it's just like, okay, these are the same stories of people that are coming out that are exploiting athletes. And athletes, let me say this, they're allowing themselves to be exploited.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's unfortunate that, because like I said, there are people that are out there that are real victims, that are people that are really, this is really happening to.
That's why, to me, there's two different buckets of this. There's the Shannon Sharpe bucket, right, where somebody just trying to grab money. Maybe buckets was the wrong word. I don't know, but
ooh, wow.
There's a Shannon Sharpe bucket, right, where there's somebody just trying to get out. I mean, probably something consensual went on or whatever. But I got another bucket where the Deshaun Watsons fit, where there's 60 women that make accusations against him, and those people are victims in my mind. And I don't need a whole lot more evidence because there's where there's smoke, there's fire, but not when there's just one piece of like kindling.
Yeah,
and Sharpe, but with Deshaun Watson, but Sharpe and Michael Irvin, they all get lumped in with the Deshaun Watsons of the world, and I don't think that's fair to them.
Well, let's not forget about Justin Tucker. I mean, is that his name? The kicker from the
Tucker.
Ravens?
Yeah, I don't mean to leave him out because there's definitely some fire starting to burn.
Hey, somebody just brought it up. Right when I said it, somebody just said the same thing.
So
how about Bob Kraft? How about Bob Kraft?
Yeah, Bob Kraft too. Yeah.
Well, he's the one that started it all down there in Florida.
One time he's
Robert Kraft. He's making more than macaroni and cheese, that's for sure.
God, sounds like I'm doing my own show now, guys jumping all over.
I saw
that
macaroni
was pointed up.
You're good.
So, you know, it's funny because really the moral of this story is like that comment was earlier. Nothing wrong with a groupie because all of these ones that are trying to sue him are all parts of things they paid for.
Yeah, right.
Whether it's OnlyFans or a massage or whatever, go get a free groupie. Apparently that's fine. It worked for Tiger Woods.
They didn't just wrestle him out of a church parking lot. They didn't just say, you know, he was passing the collection plate and so he, you know, assaulted me. They didn't get none of these people, you know, they didn't get Shannon Sharpe leaving Bible study. That's for sure.
Well,
no, I mean, a lot of these things are transactional until it's not anymore. Yeah, until something goes wrong.
What, Strilla?
That's true.
I mean, you still can't. What a man does with his personal life, and sometimes it leaks out. That happens. This day and age, if this was the 90s, that would never happen. But in the day and age that it is with media and people trying to be slipping stuff all the time into the media, it's going to happen sooner or later. And Shannon Sharpe's not a. I'm going to tell you something. You say you say to the ladies out there what would happen if you were dating him. He don't date.
Yeah.
Shannon does not date. No. He is not a dater. But that's what Monique was trying to tell you. You need to settle down with some chick and you know, older chick your age or just a little bit younger. Just, you know, what did he call it? Endora? Dorel or something like that. What was her name?
Yeah, well, the problem is after somebody that's Dora the Explorer age.
Yikes!
Right.
One thing I heard Shannon Sharpe say is that just before all this happened, he just mentioned that he said he's lost relationships and he's missed a lot of things because of how much he puts into the show and how much he puts into his work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's just, unfortunately, you know, I could see why he would probably be dating the way he does, or not to say he doesn't date. He just probably more. I don't want to put that out there.
Just
I can see.
He just boned. He just boned.
He put it out there.
It's transactional.
On OnlyFans is only bones.
25,000 a cheek is something else.
And Kenny, Bill Cosby was rough too. But you don't look at those pudding pops anymore, huh?
Oh my God. Let me just go ahead and say, I'm so sorry. Let me apologize, because if you guys are tuning in and you think, wow, what happened to this show? What happened to this show is athletes are doing things, and this is sports related, and we're talking about it. And we're only giving you our opinions based off of what's already out there. We're not making up anything on anybody.
I was just reviewing the agenda. I don't find any of these items on this agenda.
I did it, and I don't know what happened. I sent that agenda to you guys, and the next thing I know, these comments, the audience.
Damn.
To be fair, I actually thought that agenda was for your Friday show. So,
well, yeah, I guess it is now, because we do not need Jack, honey. Jack is traveling. He was, I don't know.
Oh, Jack couldn't stand this show. He'd
Jack's in bed by now.
Yeah. Besides, Jack would hate this conversation. He didn't like the text messages.
Right. He wanted to be removed from the group chat. Remember? Speaking of, I've gotten another text while we've been on live from another national streaming sports person as part of that group chat, the new group chat, which is the 5th group chat, and they're asking to be removed because they're saying they've got 1,000 texts on there. Kindly remove me. There's not 1,000 texts on there.
1,000.
I know you're watching right now. I will not call out your name. He sent me a private message, and you guys are probably looking now to see who's on the
hell
text.
yeah!
Oh my.
You guys probably figured out who it is.
Which one of these?
I'll just put it to you like this: Pags doesn't care, so it's not Pags.
Hey, I do want to say one thing, though. I want to say one thing. I know we're making light of the Shannon Sharpe situation, but let's just be real. SA is a real thing, and there are real victims out there, and we're not making fun. In no way are we making fun of any of that. And we're taking this serious.
Right.
Well, no, in fact, these situations make it worse because these pull away from people that are actually victims.
The real victims.
That's the worst part about stuff like this is somebody trying for a cash grab, which makes it harder for people that legitimately have an issue to come forward. So, I mean, there is that very real aspect of it.
Yeah. So thanks for that, J Train, because I'm under the assumption that, first of all, if I'm laughing, it is a joke. It's not that I'm making a joke of this, because this whole chick's claim is a joke, is what I'm laughing about. The fact that Shannon put himself with someone that could be his child's age is a joke. Yes, Strilla.
I have breaking news, by the way.
Breaking news. Do we have any music?
Yeah, I wish we did. Man.
I got some. I got some music for you. Hold on. Right here.
Soundboard time.
Right here on the little soundboard. Right here on the soundboard.
Got it there in the chat as well.
Right here on the soundboard. Right here for y'all. Hold on. Let me give you a little background music. Thank you so much, StreamYard. Shout out. Let's see what we're going to do here.
What do you mean?
That's the breaking news.
Oh my God.
I'll give you this then. They don't give us nothing.
What, are we taking a nap?
How about that?
You know,
Well, that's a little bit better.
that's my music.
Sounds more like that. Andrew Jackson.
Okay. Like this part of it could work, I guess.
That's all.
You got it so loud you can hardly hear you.
Yeah, that actually sounds more like there should be credits rolling.
Like a sports, yeah, some kind of score thing going on or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is the news?
Well, according to Ian Rappaport, the Lions and All-Pro safeties Kirby Joseph reached an agreement on a massive new extension to make him the highest-paid safety in NFL history. He gets a 4-year, $86 million deal, $21.5 per year.
Wow.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of money though for a safety. I mean, that's
Wait a minute, hold on. What are you playing?
We're back to Shannon.
Like stuff
Sharpe
Shannon
and,
Sharpe, right? Let me get to the Shannon Sharpe thing again. What's going on here?
Oh my gosh. So someone liked it. See, very smooth. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Play Keith's jingle. What is that? Now I noticed.
I don't have access to my jingle. Rick loves a Mac made me a jingle. It's really corny.
Dang, somebody tried to beat you to the punch telling your news. Look at that.
Yep.
I'm glad I didn't
No, that's what I said. It was in the chat.
No, yeah.
What is it? What was it?
About Kirby Joseph.
The Kirby Joseph.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm sorry, guys. This is going to be a moment of transparency. I don't know who that is.
And if Keith and I do,
Rob, you don't know Robbie. You know Robbie.
I like this one. It might end up as a shit show. I don't know why you put might in there.
It's a dumpster fire. What?
Keith's jingle.
Mickey, I missed you. Come on, buddy.
Mickey.
I'll play the jingle tonight, Rick. I'll play.
They said that's Shannon Sharp's new pimp song.
Right. Yeah. That's his intro to his show.
To the mattress actress.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Matt, hurry back.
This segment brought to you by OnlyFans.
We do need to get a plug from them. They got the money.
Man.
Yeah.
This went off the rails quick today.
Yeah, but what a fun show. We got a lot of shows coming up tonight, guys.
In burning flames.
Keith Engel coming up tonight. Stream of consciousness and all his good stuff. I'm going to be jumping on a little bit later on. Prim and Proper Sports. Jim Behringer is going to be on there. We're going to talk NHL. Tomorrow night, we got the draft party that's kicking off at 7:15-ish, 7:30. We're going to be live to cover all around one. We're going to do the same thing on Friday night with round whatever they're on. With Friday with Fellas at 9 p.m. We'll be doing a recap, get all you guys' thoughts on that. Hope you guys love the outro music that we're giving you. Thanks so much, J Train, Bo, Keith.
Mellowed right out for my show.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for all the likes, loves, and comments. I need to get on here when I can see 25 live views at the same time. Bo, thank you. Keith, thank you. You guys always bring the audience in when you come on. We certainly appreciate you. Check out tomorrow at 2 p.m. 1A Cheek 3 Toes. That's be Streezy. So what up,
25K.
Well, at least she's got the perfect music for when she says that. You know?
I do.
I get it.
And of course, you know, got everything. Somebody said the music got them two-stepping in their living room. You guys,
yeah, right.
Awesome. This is gonna be the new way we lead it out, and that way we get a chance to bring some of the little commercial in on the end. We hope everybody has a great evening. We'll be joining you guys on the replay on this at 11 p.m. Make sure you share, like, and care.
Oh Lord.
All right, guys. You guys are. That's it, right?
Well, I gotta say, I gotta get my Billy D impression with that Colt 45.
There you go. Love it. That's awesome.
You know, Colt 45 is too highbrow for this show. We're talking like Schlitz or like Schmidt Ice or something. Like
Schlitz Marker.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, see, there we go. Some Mad Dog, some like Mickey's Wide Mouth. I don't know.
Keep Pepper out of here so quick.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you guys around.
You're watching National Streaming Sports. Over 20 podcasts, 70 shows, and a 3.5-star rating on Roku TV.